Okay, I take this sacred moment, maybe for the end of find the truth or say the truth and rest you for find is what I say is realist or is just subjective. Please don't cut the music because it's the language universe of the universe. And when I say that, just because the all science or the all true, the vibration just can make the all. I try for explain what I say and what I know. For the fool, for you, what exists and real is just different form and different number, and maybe don't count, don't number of work, and don't count the gold number. For you, the gold number is infinity. Sorry, I have count this in my life. And you don't can count on the computer because you have just one screen. When I count that, the longer this number of the year eternity, I have need one or maybe two book of just count this number. What I try and have can count this number because it's the God number or part of another God number. God number is racine to 5, so more 1 on division 2. For the whole mathematic is very happy day when you begin count. If you want the best count, you must write because this count is very, very long. And it just prove on you the infinity maybe some more long is the same of my life, but you have the end. And on numerology, the full number have the long signification. Just for you, when after you have count, you can see where you are in history, where you are in the past, where you can find at the future. Thanks a lot, maybe for try, because if you want just one mathematic man count, maybe the full probability is lost the count. But if you are some more mathematic come this, but maybe the count is The number of gold is phi, and the whole part on the whole what you have so feel and see is the number and different form. Before the form and the number, you have don't light. And for the Big Bang can create, you just need one ID, one conscience, the conscience of God. You can see that on boson Higgs when two photons can percussion and repercussion and reaction of percussion, how many combinations you can have of different molecules and particles. 64. 64 is number of 232 and is more and more science of China for divination and ancestral science. You don't have some more emotional different in the life, the just difference, just different intensity of the same emotion. I continue for you the my student or my teach of you. The circle don't exist. Don't exist. I have proved that is some more 20 years past. Because when you're going for making the circle at when you're written on the begin or making the end of the circle, never the end is the begin and the begin is don't the end. And some more, I can explain that. The circle don't exist. If you see on micro or nano, you can see you don't can touch the end point with the begin point. The full is on spiral and the full universe is on spiral. Why the spiral? Because your approach on God, your approach on duality is realistic. But the full, what you can feel of your see on your emotion is the form. The liner don't exist. When you see on micro of nano 2 point and the line of 2 point don't create the liner, because with your pen you have the up and you have the down, and you can show what I say after I continues my note. You don't can have one spiral. If you are one, you can sure you have two. Is don't duality or think of duality lost sacred équilibre sacred on the full part of the universe and on the whole creation of God. Now you can choose. Why I say that? Because the circle is the particle, molecule, and another atom is the same electron and atom and all what you want to see is polarity. Some more plus, more, and some more negative polarity. If you have the positive, you have the negative. If you division the positive, you have some more positive, negative. And if you additional negative, you have some more negative. And if you want positive, you must fusion of negative. The perfection is acceptation of the full imperfection. For the full, what you can see and touch and feel is O phi O P with the number of gold phi. You can see all the whole animal, the whole existence with another body and another form, and for all existence can grow with phi and p. When the child born, you have this number, and you have the weight. Don't the full child have the same proportion and the same phi or p? But phi and p control more in the universe. But for phi and p, just for making the form or the line into the same axe, your conscience, the time is the circle or spiral. Spiral for cold, spiral for hot season. And in the universe, you can create the map on the universe if you're making that. And you can know that if you know your full body and your full brain. The first point on body and activate the first field is ear. When every child pose the head on your hand, you stop the stress. But if you want enjoy, you have ear, and ear is happy and joy. But you have the full subject of the king and the children cry, I've make important jeopardize. You have I don't want or don't know if I say I must prefer this I don't say maybe I know to all what I want desire and what I want don't say to fool on my vision the sacred complement and the full liner of the full point for making on my brain. The subject of stimulus, exterior stimulus, engage the stimulus of the conscience. If you, after making the point on the busy point, when you busy point, you take this, but if you can take one, you must make the sacred equilibre for take the complement. And when you have the 2 point and joint on one, you must take the another point and another point complement. And after when you have make your full place on your head, you feel some more your body. And when you make your feel point on your body, you have some more the conscience, the inconscience, collective inconscience, the real truth. When I stood and say in the last 20 years, the Vatican have damned me because it's sure what I that. Know who I am, but what I that. I have accepted because my hope for God is so more bigger. I have created tattoo, integral tattoo, and you see that in X-Men Gabriel. But the first transformation of my body, I have making engage some more and more transformation on my DNA, on my conscience, on my full different appearance and don't human. If I was born in the human when I'm 16, I have proof in France. I'm some more and more and more. Again, another. But why the spiral don't come one and the real you can see is two spiral on 1 point. One conscience, one EG for one light for 2 photons on the end on the universe going on the speed light on 1 point create the Big Bang, and the Big Bang create with just one conscience, intention and law of attraction. You can see that on boson of Higgs and the full different reaction of the percussion and the action of the reaction and the repercussion, the full different part is different particle. You never can see here in this planet or out this planet the same of you. Every people, every ground on this planet, every place on the space, every is the kingdom of God. When you see the circle and take cut on degree percentage of graduation, the in two part is 180 degree on 180, it's 9. On 4 point is 9 of 0. The 4 point on the 2, the same, is 4, 5. It's 9. The 45 on 2 point is the 22, 5. It's 9 again. And 22, 5 on division on 2 is 1, 1, 2, 5. It's 9. If you want to calculate 1 phi, because the molecule is the circle, atom is the circle, the electron is the circle, or orbit on the atom, the full is the one sacred equilibrium. If you're making 36 degree for making the circle, you need just 1 x. Don't for degree, don't for percent, don't for hour, just for unity. And for the full, you can find or think of the circle or the spiral. You need just one. It's me on the beginning. Okay. The line don't exist in nano. The circles don't exist in the nano. And when you want make the axe and the full point and the continue the street of the another point of the same axe, you can make the best spiral. Maybe you try for no is the circle. But if you make on the same P, you make the flower of life. and the flower of life have a 6 circle into the circle with the same P. And it was that Phi is racine, the 5, so more 1 on division 2. For P is the same, is different count, but you need another making for truth that. But on the universe, you have don't just too low P or Phi. You can make the racine on the 7 with 1, division 2 or 3, you have the long number on infinity. And the racine on 9 with 1 of 2 is the same. And the whole number primer number. After the form and the number, you have the color when you have the light. But for see the color, because the whole form and the whole number, you can see that with light and the color. For the see the full form, human and the woman, different and complementary form, and your full color, the color is the number. But when you stood the law of God, the line don't exist. Just a form. See in the semantic scene of the all. When the Vatican have damned of me and I've passed the long story on existence and the humanity, now I know I want my place, just the Son of God, and I don't know who want me, God. Why? Because God have made so more and more and torture of me, because maybe in the last past I try for take the place of God. Now on this year, God have give the cliff for take the kingdom of the universe. Now again, I know, the fool I know is don't me, no, it's just God, take my body, take my capacity for speak, for say at you. But when the Vatican have damned for just have 1% of the milliard percent, I have said the more important is the later. I have making the full world on the wrong reality and the bad truth. The best truth for the fool is just on one vibration. You can have more of speedlight when I give one question of God. I know where he are on the space after the name, but God, when he answer of my all question, I don't wait. The time is immediately, instinctively. The full matter with the same of you or another is the energy, and the full different intensity of energy with different vibration, making the full existence and making the full universe. But with the law of God, the universe is the kingdom of God, and now have the blood of God. I'm just the son of God I've chose. For the full God gave me, my full existence I give for everyone, because for me is just and culpabilited for the long number time, so why God gave me. And when I give for everyone, every people, it's just because I imagine is so more just. And when the God have seen my existence and my full existence in the last past on history on the humanity, why I have accept some more sacrifice for me and my family, the God I find I'm just, and I can take the cliff on the universe. Thanks, Miss Lady and Mr. and Gentleman. Maybe if the scientific understand now what I am or who I am, please for the science, remember, I don't forget the all it's are given by God. If the scientific want to replicate the full law of God, God can change the full law of physics and scientific. God is God, is vibration and is emotion. Is the full just and just for full everyone. Thanks for all survival people in the world now, because if I am on the beginning, now, the present, this present, and you all choose at the present, create your future. You don't have choose your born or your day of death, but you can choose accept the present. What's the some more power stronger and the full universe is just the love, wonderful world, and beautiful and beautiful. Thanks a lot. Grace of God and Gloria Maria.